and murderer Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magudumana have now failed to stop a Netflix documentary called Beauty and the Bester from going to air. The series revisits the saga involving Bester's daring prison escape and dramatic capture alongside Magudumana. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali is live to us at court. She was there for the judgment. Veronica, good morning to you. I don't imagine that this will come as any surprise to those tracking the story, given that Judge Pottrell effectively rubbished the issue of this being done on an urgent basis.
That's correct, Michelle. In fact, as she was handing down that judgment, she specifically pointed out to Dr Nandipha Magudumana's application, saying that urgency was essentially self-created, saying that they knew from as early as January as well that there were certain demands that were made and they were rejected in February by Netflix as well as the production company behind the documentary, and that they had substantial time to essentially issue out any litigation in regards to the documentary, and they failed to do so. Of course, waiting to literally the 11th hour to do so. But also part of her judgment, you heard her speaking as well about Bester's application when he struck that matter off the court roll, saying there were three issues that were raised by his legal team: the right to a fair trial, the right to silence, as well as the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. He says that documentary will have no bearing or infringing on any of those rights, adding as well the issue that was brought up by his legal representative that the documentary may in some way impact the trial that is yet to be heard back in Bloemfontein, saying that no judge will be influenced by a documentary, and any public opinion that is out in regards to Thabo Bester is a byproduct really of the judicial system of the law. But I am joined by Magudumana's legal team, Diana Reid, just to talk a little bit more about the reaction in regards to the case. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. Firstly, your reaction, that matter not only struck off the roll, but quite hefty cost as well.
Yes, the costs are quite hefty on our client. And, I guess at the end of the day, it is what the court has decided on. But we do believe that the costs were also a bit unfair, considering the challenges that they have, and I understand that Mr. Makhoali knew about this documentary in Jan. However, he did reach out to Storyscope, and they came back, they said, no, there is no such. It is factually incorrect, and they assure him that there's no documentary where Nandipha's father is being interviewed. So how do you then rush to court? What will be the basis of that application? So you have to then wait for facts. And on the 19th, that's when everything started. But also, you also do not just want to drag courts for nothing and to avoid these very same aspects of fees. Hence, the instruction was that you must try and negotiate as much as you can. Mm-hmm. If perhaps maybe the letter that we got on the 31st from Netflix, yes, it did say that no roundtable will be entertained. And besides that, they also said that you have no case. There is a contract in place. So you have to then go back now and get the instruction from their client, find out also from the fundraising team that was involved. And when you also engage with them, you realize that there were certain expectations commercially from the parties wherein Dr. Magudumana's input would be provided on the product before it is finalized. So that is not an arrangement that she is just claiming from a back foot. It is explicitly there.
And let's talk about as well yesterday. We heard about those demands that were made to Netflix, of course, in this negotiation process. And one of those demands was that Dr. Magudumana wanted her father removed from that documentary. He's a co-accused as well in this matter. Was there concerns that, or in fact, are there concerns that as this documentary airs, that he could perhaps say something further incriminating in regards to the saga that surrounds Dr. Magudumana?
We hope that he did not also incriminate himself, because remember that they have not pleaded. You know, they've been charged, but they have not pleaded. And we understand that he had lawyers there guiding him. So we just hope that it's indeed true. We don't know. I can't really say much on that.
And we also know that there was some, payment as well that was made to Nandipha. Do we know of that amount?
I cannot mention the amounts because of the confidentiality undertakings. But what I can say is that payment, yes, was made for the archives, and that payment was used to pay legal fees. It's not really that money went into her pocket, no. It was the main reason for the production is to fund her legal fees, not really for her to make any personal benefit out of it. She wants to fight for the trial, and she wanted to secure the trial fees from this production. So money is not in her account, no. Money was paid towards the lawyers.
Well, thank you so much for your reaction. That was, of course, one of the legal representatives for Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. A blow, really, Michelle, in regards to their efforts to halt the airing of that Netflix documentary, which I can tell you is now on air. It is accessible on Netflix, and it has been flighted. You'd understand that this hearing, this judgment, was taking place just 30 minutes before its expected flight. And we know that it is now officially flighted. It's been broadcasted. A blow for both Bester and Magudumana. Second time now in regards to their story being told in the public domain. A application struck off the wall with costs, and you can hear there just the reaction that some of them find it quite unfair in terms of the court processes. But it is done. Michelle.
Veronica Makhoali, thanks very much indeed. You can see that the court has finished for the day, or at least for the session, and so Veronica coming to us from a somewhat dark